People go to the audition to get the job. It's not an achievable task. You, I say, how are you going to do that? They're like, I don't know. I mean, give a really good audition. I'm like, yeah, but that's not having your objective be to get the job. Of course, your super objective in going on an audition is to want to be hired. But in the room, your focus has to be on this work you've prepared to share. And the only way to get past the nerves and the only way to really show up for them so that they feel you and they receive you and they take you in, and your presence is palpable and noticeable and unique and individualized, is to prepare well, do your job, do it well, learn the lines, make choices, and then go in and give the gift. Go in and show them what your thoughts were about it, what you chose, even if you choose far afield from what they have in mind. If it's strong and committed and your work is interesting, they're going to call you back for something else, or they're going to redirect you. So getting it right and getting the job is kind of baby thinking. You really have to think, I'm in a craft. I mean, if I was a potter and I made my very first bowl, I would be thrilled if I could just make it without holes in it, but it would be all wobbly and, shaped weird and endearing, but not professional. So if I want to make pottery that someone's going to buy to put in their kitchen, I have to get very skillful and I have to make it smooth and competitive and individualized. And that's what we're working on, and that's why training is so important. I got that prestigious training, and I certainly am grateful for it. But when I got out, although I'm grateful they thought I was good enough to hire for a year because I got my equity card, and that gave me confidence. But um, when I got out, I still felt, wow, there's something missing, because I would go to a show and see some amazing performance and think, how are they coming up with these choices? At school, they would say things like, think outside the box. I would think, what box? And where do I go to think? And I didn't really understand. And it's actually the foundation of my teaching. This question I was left with became the little sand that created the pearl that was my point of view as a teacher. And that is, no one taught anything about the intuitive. They taught you how to look at the lines, how to think about the style, how to learn about the play, how to make a decision about it, how to act that choice. And all that is the basic, content. But how to creatively go so far afield that no one else will give that performance, so that when you even go to an audition, even though everyone has the same 2 pages, everybody hasn't gone through the thought process you've gone through, and the dreaming and imagining process that you bring to it, so that by the time it's done, it's going to have the same basic form. If it's a scene about a mother breaking down, or a scene about a love scene between 2 people, or an argument at a restaurant, those things are going to be the same for everybody. But what you bring from your life to personalize it, and then what you sort of dream into it, what you instinctively, intuitively, imaginatively allow to filter into your approach, that's what makes it uniquely yours. And I was not taught that. And I work really hard as a teacher to find ways to invite my students to tap into what is uniquely their own, because everyone has a good brain and the same lines. But when you're looking at your own elements, your imagination, your history, your even your spirituality, your imagination, your other interests, your value system, all those things are who you are. And the more you can get that into any performance, or even just meeting somebody, the more impact you have, and the more you become um, identifiably yourself and separate from the crowd.
Inimitable.
Yeah, inimitable, perfect word. And that has nothing to do with the school you go to or don't go to.